Hi guys, Manik here. Manik, what was Manik? Hi guys, Manik here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me today. 2 weeks in a row. It's the consistency for me. Guys, I'm trying. I know, I'm trying. So today, as you can tell by the title, I'm doing a Q&A. I get asked a lot of questions on Instagram, and I know you guys are very anxious. Those of you starting in September, you're very anxious and you have a lot of questions about Plymouth, about medicine and everything. I was as well, so I'm here to answer all your questions. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any questions, and I got loads. I wasn't expecting to get a lot of questions, but I got loads, and I have them all here, and I'm gonna try to answer as many as possible. So you guys can be at ease for when you start, because I know that I was definitely looking for someone who was in Plymouth when I wanted to start to answer some of these questions. But you know what, let's just get straight into it because it's long and I don't want to make this video long, but we'll see how much we can get through. So first question, is there a nice diversity in Plymouth? Do you know what, the university itself is actually quite diverse. I think that I still see like people of color around, like new people of color every time I go out, which is really nice. Like, I don't feel like I've seen all the people of color in Plymouth, even though I've been here for over 6 months, which is really good. And doing like ACS, when we have like events and whatnot, you see a lot of people of color, so it's really good. However, outside university, it's a different case. Your coming to Plymouth is very much countryside, so kind of expect it. But yeah, in terms of the university is quite diverse, which is really good. The next question, have you ever felt not included due to your skin color? So it's a good question. Actually, I have to think about this one. See, I feel like I'm not the person to answer this question, because I'm very, very selective with where I am and who I associate myself with. If you know me, I tend to be very selective of who I let get close to me. I don't go around putting myself in spaces that I would not be welcomed to even begin with, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it, but I've never felt not included because I just don't go to spaces that would make me feel like I'm not included, if that makes sense. So I don't know if I've answered this question right, but I've never felt that personally, but I don't know if other people have, because personally I just don't put myself in spaces that I wouldn't be comfortable in, if that makes sense. Next question, how hard was it to make friends? Do you know what, yeah, I think generally it is kind of hard to make friends, especially when you just move to a whole different city, and you kind of like are not very social. For me, I'm quite social. I feel like I can blend with different age groups. Even though I'm 25, all the friends that I have in Plymouth are in their 20s, like I say 20s, they're in like below 20s. So I have friends from 18, 19, 20. I'm just very easily a sociable person. And I think the first friend that I made in Plymouth, I made that friendship with Miriam before I came to Plymouth. So when we had the virtual, sorry, I feel like there's something in my mouth. If you see anything, I do apologize. I just had chicken. If you the open days that you have, I made a new friend there. So I was looking at the names of the people that were on the virtual open day, because we had our open day virtually, and I saw someone that had a Yoruba name. And I was just like, gang. I missed a direct message on Zoom. I was just like, hi, my name is Miriam. I can see your name is Yoruba. You have a Yoruba name. I have a Yoruba name as well, you know. And then she was just like, oh my gosh, my name is actually Miriam too, blah blah blah. And that's how we became friends. So when we landed, we told each other, oh yeah, I'm in Plymouth right now if you want to hang out. And that's how I made my first friend. And then from then I went to the ACS parties, the whatnot, basically the freshers, the parties during the freshers. I went there and I made a lot of people. I met people. However, not all the people that I made friends with. I literally only made friends with Miriam and Dami. That's it. And that was enough for me. Even though I'm a very social person, I tend to keep my circle very small. Apart from like my friendship group that I have on my course, which I absolutely love. Miriam and Dami are the only people outside my course itself that I made friends with. So yes, it is hard to make friends, especially because, you know, people of color, we are in the minority here. However, it is possible. It is hard, but it is possible. I don't know if I'm doing well with these questions. I'm sorry. How do you cope with work overload? So I feel like this question I'm going to answer it more during first year. Foundation year, it is like, don't get me wrong, it is kind of tough, but it's very, very manageable. It's not as heavy. I feel like the workload for foundation year is half the workload for first year. That's what I'm getting. I've not gone into first year, but with the way I see people just hitting library and the AMKs and all that, we don't have that. So I feel like the workload for foundation year is very, very much manageable, very manageable. But there are times, the thing is, there are seasons where you just have like 3, 4, 5 essays due. Like now I have a lot of essays due soon, so that from next week I'm going to be feeling the heat a lot because I have like different things going on. But I thrive under that. I feel like I do my best work under that, because if I have a lot of time, I'm literally I'm gonna be gallivanting everywhere. I'm gonna be like, oh, I have time, you know, I can chill and whatnot. But yeah, that's just for me. One thing that I do, let me be giving, I don't feel like I'm giving you guys great advice, but I'm gonna try. One thing I do is I'm such a child. I have this whiteboard that I use very, very frequently. I use for active recalling as well, which is something that maybe I'll explain later. But so when I have a lot of things to do, like for example, if I have like 6 essays due or something, I write down everything that I have due. I write down the dates, the deadline, and I write it down so that I know what's coming up and what I need to do. Because I can get quite overwhelmed if I have a lot of things. Like for example, if I have 6 things to do, I can get quite overwhelmed in my head. But once I write everything down, it makes me calm. Then I can just take things one at a time. Okay, do this, tick it off, do this, tick it off. Like for example, today, for the rest of the day, for this evening, I know I had 3 things to do. I had to work on my presentation, I had to go to the gym, and I also had to do this YouTube. So now now that I've written everything down, I don't forget anything to do. And now I'm on the last thing of the day, even though it's midnight already. I am still getting everything done. So yeah, this is how I cope. What is your advice for someone coming from the tropical islands into the 4 seasons? Don't come. I'm joking. Listen, what you need to know is this country has bipolar weather. We are not exaggerating. We can literally experience 4 seasons in a day. We can experience summer, we can experience winter, we can experience spring in a day. It doesn't make sense. The winter is always wintering. The winter that wintered last year is not the same winter that wintered this year. The winters are just always trying to outcompete each other every season. The summer is like punishment, you know, instead of you to be out there enjoying the sun, no, the sun feels like it's trying to punish you. It's really because I feel like this country is very, very, there's not a lot of like air. But one thing about Plymouth is we're right next to the sea, so we do get air that you don't have to worry about. But generally, if you're in London or something, there's not a lot of hair, so it's very humid and it feels very like harsh on your skin. But what I'll say is, pad yourself, bring jackets for the winter because the winters are harsh. If you are looking for advice, I love coat shopping, so just message me, I'll help you out. In terms of summer, hay fever will happen to you. I never knew that I was allergic to pollen. Like, I cannot be allergic to flower. Like, grow up. I'm allergic to a flower is making me sneeze. It's making me do, it doesn't make sense. But it never happened to me in Nigeria. It wasn't until I came to the UK that I realized that hay fever was a thing. Flu is real. Yes, you're gonna be every year, twice in a year. But yeah, you're going to just have to get used to it. I mean, when I get used to it, I'll let you know. I'm still not, but that's just it. I am wishing to do medical foundation year at Plymouth. What are the assignments like? That's a good question. So for someone that's coming from A levels, the assignments are very, very like different. So I know for A levels, most of the things I did were exam, and I love exams. But at university, they love when you write stuff. They love that you reflect. They love essays. So, for example, this semester I have 4 modules, and only one of those modules has like actual exam. The rest are essays, and even in that one, I still have to write essays on reflection. So yeah, you're gonna have essays on your placement, reflection. You're gonna reflect a lot. There's 3 modules out of the 4 modules I do. 3 of them I have to write essays on reflection. Yeah, just get used to it. There's also one of the modules that is like that is based on what's it called, group work. So you're going to have things like making a poster with your group, making articles, making scientific articles, Snapchat articles. It's quite different, so some of it is quite fun, and you get to like learn about different things. I'm learning a lot of different things that I've never done before, which is really good. Plus you get to work in a group, which is really good. So yeah, we have a variety of they assess you in a variety of ways, but it's very, 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 very different to A levels. So get ready for that. If you're also like me and you don't like writing essays, I'm sorry to tell you, you're going to be bombarded with it. Oh, I could do 1,000 exams than write 1 essay. Tell me our standard day in the life of a foundation year med student. So most of the times you have an average of probably 2 classes. So an average of 3 hours of lecture each day. It's actually, for this is for foundation year, just foundation year. Once you get to first year, that's just a foundation year, but that's basically typical. Next question: how do you go about booking an accommodation? Very good question. I have answered this question quite a bit on my channel. So I've done 2 videos on accommodation. Check out Asta House video that I did here, where I stay, my lovely room. And I also did a video on the different types of accommodation that you can that are available in Plymouth. Unfortunately, this is not like university, like campus accommodation, but they are cheaper, and yeah, they're actually quite good. So check them out, check the video out, and also make sure you check out Amber Student. Amber Student is basically booking.com for university accommodation. So if you're looking for a website that can help you filter through all the different accommodation you can find, you can do in terms of distance, prices, or whatnot, just look at everything that you want. And they also have like agents there that can help you if you want to do virtual viewings, if you want to learn more about what type of shops are around the area. Amber Student is the way to go. So yeah, the link is in the description below. Next question: have you received any racism in Plymouth? This is a good question. I don't know if I should say this. So unfortunately, you are going to. There are people like that here. Unfortunately, I'll share my experience. So when I came to Plymouth, I was applying for a lot of jobs. So I applied to different like stores, different mainly clothing stores, because I just wanted to do retail. I wanted to work part-time, something flexible. So yeah, I applied to different clothing stores, and one of the ones I applied to, my friend was actually working there at the time. He doesn't work there anymore. He was working there at the time, and he wanted to put in a good word to the manager, like, oh, my friend please check out my friend CV. She applied for the job because he was the one who told me that the position was available, like there was a spot open. So he just wanted to put in a good word for me. And then the manager was asking him, she didn't ask him about my skills or my experience. She didn't ask any of that. Our question to him was, where is she from? And he was just like, what do you mean, where is she from? She's from London. And he was just like, no, like, where is she from? So you don't care about whether or not I can do the job. You're asking about where I'm from. Okay. But yeah, that's been my experience. And one other thing is, when you come to Plymouth, like I said, this is a very, very, it's a countryside. So you're not gonna, there's not a lot of black people here. And you're probably gonna get a lot of stares. I'm sure I definitely got a lot of stares when I first came, but I kind of got used to that. I got over that. And whenever I walk, as I'm strutting the streets of Plymouth, I am always looking fly. My hair is always on point. Once I draw this eyebrow, it's long. So whenever I'm walking and I see anyone is staring at me, in my head, you're staring at me because I look so good, because I look sweet, like because I look nice, because you know I look like a pepper them gang. You get, like, just check out my hair is always on point, everything. So in my head, that's why you're staring at me, that's why they're looking at me, because I'm looking good. Whatever they have in their head, that's their business. I honestly don't care. I don't know if that's healthy, but that's just the way I just tend to live my life here. I just walk around and, you know, I'm not really bothered about what people are thinking. I really don't care. And there are a lot of good people here. There are a lot of good people here. So the good people that I've met have overshadowed whatever racism or whatnot that I'm going to face. So you are going to find good people here. Don't worry. I'm here. Listen, even if you don't have anybody, I'm here. So yeah, unfortunately, there are going to be people like that, but the good people here outweigh those that are English. Are stuff in Plymouth expensive? Sis, bro, yes. I don't know who said that once you come out of London everything is cheaper. It's a lie. It's a lie. My goodness. Let me tell you how much travel is. So if you, I know a lot of people are not going to be from London, but London, we have oysters. Bus is a cheeky £1.55 an hour. You know, you can take like 20 bus in that hour. It's still £1.55 in this climate. What bus? The cheapest I've taken a bus is £3.50. That's the cheapest for one way. One way. £3.50. Now the bus expensive. The cabs start from £5. Even if you're going down, literally down the street, you're weighing £5 regardless. Tesco, my God. Let's just not even start with Tesco. Everything's expensive. The only saving grace in this place is Lidl and Aldi. Aldi is your best friend. I'm going to talk about groceries later on because there's a question about groceries. Aldi is your best friend. But yeah, things are expensive. African shops. Noodles. Box of noodles that you get in London for what, £7? It's like £12 here. Get your stuff from your city where you're coming from. I think it's also because of the export and import, inflation, post-Brexit. Everything is more expensive here because it's further out and it just costs a lot. Trust me, everything's expensive. Just my advice is get what you can from your city when you're coming. If you're coming from London, whatever city you're coming from, get what you can from your hometown. Especially like when you want to get Maggi and all this stuff, just get them. Korean noodles that we get, let me not even start. Things are expensive here. Where do you get your hair done for school? So for example, braids. Well, the short answer is I don't get my hair done in Plymouth because my girls are in London, my people are in London. I know I've said London like 20 times in this video already, but people that I trust, that, you know, I don't just allow anyone to touch my hair, and I'm sure all of you are like that. I don't just allow anyone to touch my hair. So my girls are in London, and when I don't have like braids or whatnot, I just wear my wigs. until I am able to go back to London to do my hair. So I've never actually done my hair here. But however, so this is a chance. If you do hair, or if you have a hair business, or you know someone that has a hair business, put their like business in the comment section, or DM me on Instagram. Then I can like, you know, share that page, so, because I'm sure a lot of people want to know where to do their hair. So if you have a business, or if you know someone that has a business, any business, really and truly, let me know so that I can, you know, help a sister out, help a brother out. I'm here for that. If you send me a page, I'll post it on my Instagram, or I'll plug it here. So yeah, I don't get my hair done here. I don't even know anyone that does proper hair, but I've heard like prices are like 80 quid. It's just a simple braids. Please. Is there anything we should know before coming to Plymouth? Good question. Yes. If you want to work part-time, apply for your jobs. Get your job before you get here. I didn't do that because if you know my journey, if you know what happened, like how things were for me before I started, I wasn't even sure I was gonna start 2 weeks before because of the whole fee status and whatnot. So I was even really in the mindset of trying to settle things. So I couldn't really get a job before I came, and I still don't have a proper job. I'm still trying to find one. So if you want to work part-time, apply before you come here. Try to secure those jobs, especially during the summer, because they go up quickly. So try to secure those jobs before you come. That's my advice for you. And how has the medical school been for you? Well, that's a good question. Do you know what? It's actually been really good. It really has been. I think that's been the hardest thing for me, because I've actually really enjoyed it. And as you know my situation, you know my story, I'm not gonna get into it, because every time I talk about it I get emotional, and I've not really updated you guys on what's going on, but I will once everything is settled. But yeah, so it's like, before I was questioned, will I be good at this? You know, I always had that doubt in my mind that, yeah, I know I have a passion for medicine, I know I want to study medicine, but will I actually be good? And now that I've started, I love it. I absolutely do, and I know that this is where I'm supposed to be, and which makes it all like harder, because it's like I want to continue, but as you know, things are, do you know what? When there's God, that's all I'm gonna say. So yeah, I've actually enjoyed it. I'm learning a lot. I'm enjoying it. I love anatomy. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Thank you for asking. Where is the cheapest place to shop which is within walking distance for groceries? Excellent question. One thing you need to know in Plymouth is, especially if you live where I live, you're going to walk. Just accept that in your mind. Find peace. Accept that you're gonna walk everywhere. So the cheapest place to shop is actually Aldi. Big up Aldi. You're doing fantastic. Nah, listen. I'm not even joking. Aldi, I know that I can do proper shopping that's gonna last me for 2-3 weeks, and cheeky 20-30 quid. You know, just quick something. Cheeky £30. I've gotten all the things I need to do that will last, and that I'll make good food for 3 weeks. Unfortunately, this is all the questions I can answer for now, because I literally don't have any more space on my phone, and I've deleted everything. I've even deleted TikTok, and I still don't have space. So I still have a bunch of questions, very good questions that I do want to answer. However, I'm gonna have to do this in different parts, so look out for the part 2 of this Q&A. Once I'm able to delete this video that I've just recorded, then I can record the next one. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you have any more questions, put in the comment section, and I will answer those in part 2 if I've not answered them already. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let's grow this family, and yes, I'll catch you guys in the next video, hopefully next week. But yeah, thank you guys, see you next time.